Hello, I'm Catherine Richard. I was a student at Pearson College, UWC, in the years of 2016 and 17. I'm making this video because want to I want to stop people that are thinking of going from going if you don't know what it is exactly. So, because for me, when I got into it, I didn't know what it was. So I just thought it was like an awesome school where you could meet people, have a lot of things to do. Like there was like sailing and music advertised at the college. And I had no idea because I was very young. You know, they get people very young for this school. They get people at 16, no, not 16, like 17, like 11th grade in high school. Yeah, 11th grade in high school. So at that age, you might not be politically aware of what's going on, right? Because in high school, you don't learn about it, so you don't know. I had no idea that it was a politically laced school. That's how I call it. I would say it's a non-neutral school, not unlike other public schools where you just learn math and English and whatever. Here, there was more than just learning math and sciences. There was a political agenda laced to it, and I had no idea. I thought it was just a nice school to go to where, you know, next to the water in the forest, like very nice, a nice place to be. And I got the scholarship to go in, so I just thought, why not? It sounds fun, you know? But I was crushed at that school. I was really crushed. My confidence got crushed, literally. And I have another friend who went to that school, and she said the same thing to me. You are taught that you're not enough the way you are, especially if you're a white person, because they obviously teach this political story where, you know, white people are the cause of every bad thing in the world, and a white person can't have hardships or anything like that, even though, and not just white, I'm talking more like white from the US or from Canada mostly, you know, because I had a white friend from Syria, but, you know, because he was from Syria, he had like the advantage, you know, of like having those pity stories. And I know there's horrible things that happen to people, but there are also horrible things that happen to people that live in the US, people that live in Canada, you know, that it's not, you could be born in a trailer, whatever. So yeah, being young and politically unaware, I had no idea that this was gonna happen. And I just want to warn you that, yeah, Pearson College is a liberal school, a left-wing school, extremely left-wing. If you don't know what that means, that just means that you're being taught a story, which is that white people are the cause of every bad thing, like I said, and that as a white person you should feel bad for the hardships of black people or Asian people or anybody that's not white, basically, or European. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so for me, it crushed me because at my old school, which was like a public school, there was no political agenda to it. You were rewarded by, if you did good in school, your grades. You were rewarded by how well you did in sports. You know, it had nothing to do with the way you looked. It was just all about your efforts in the school, how you treated people. You know, there were awards about, okay, best sports guy, the friendliest person, you know. There was all these awards for rewarding character and achievement and effort and passion and you know, nothing to do with how you looked. Nothing. You don't care. Like, who cares about how you look? But once I got into Pearson College, it was the first time where I was treated less than for the way I looked. which I think is absolutely racist or whatever. It's not really, I mean, if you think about skin color, it's kind of racist, but whatever. It's just not nice. Like, you should never treat the people around you by how they look. That's just a basic thing to anybody. So why treat me as a bad person when I'm clearly not, and I'm trying my best to be a good person for my whole life? Why treat me as somebody who's more privileged when you have no idea what I went through, and I have no idea what you went through either? Because if you're a person of color or whatever, somebody who's not white, telling me that I am privileged, I have no idea how your life was. Maybe their life was better than mine. Who knows? Like, I could have asked them, but whatever. The point is, you can't know by how a person looks. You have to talk to them. You have to learn about them, whatever. And yeah, it felt very weird because it was the first time where I was treated differently because of how I looked. So I was like kind of expected to be, I don't know, extra nice to people that are not white, or like to be like apologetic all the time, even though I did not do anything. It's absolute control and bullshit. Like, it's obviously it's gonna crush you because you lose all self-confidence because you have to apologize for things you never did. So I guess, I don't know, if you're applying to Pearson College and you know what it is, that it's a liberal school and that it teaches like the story of how white people did everything bad, whatever. Go there, it's fine, okay, you're a liberal person, you believe in that, go there, have fun. But I'm talking to the people who don't know what Pearson College is about and what they don't know what UWC is about, because they talk on their website that it's to unite people, to make connections, to make friends. Okay, as someone who doesn't know what's going on, you think, okay, uniting people is good, like, you know, making friends, blah, blah, blah. But there was no talk about, like this racial theory, like, all this shit. I did not want to be subjected to that at all, and I really made a mistake going to Pearson College. I regret it deeply. I wish I would have stayed in my old school. I wish I would have gone to pre-med like I was planning to do, go to med school, become a doctor. I wish I would have done all those things instead of going to fucking Pearson College, because Pearson College gave me nothing. Even the classes were like so like wishy-washy, like the biology classes and the chemistry, physics class, they were also wishy-washy. There was no real structure to anything, because at Pearson College, truth doesn't exist. Values don't exist. Everything is subjective, so you can do whatever you want and it's fine. Like, there's no consequences to anything. You can just, like, everything goes. There's nothing. It's empty. It's sad. And yeah, their motto is "you will change." Well, you will change into someone who has, like, no values. They don't encourage values. They don't encourage believing in something. Because as soon as you believe in something and you have value in something, that means you need to say no to something else. But at Pearson College, you can't say no. You cannot say no. You cannot stand up for yourself. You always need to go with it. And, like, and if you go against any liberal politics, you are seen as a racist and as a blah, blah, blah. Like, it's so bad. It's traumatizing, really. Like, coming from a small town where nobody gives a fuck about politics, and then you go there and then you say the wrong word and you're like, fuck. Who gives a fuck about the wrong word? Who gives a fuck? Those are just fucking words. Are they really gonna stop you from sleeping at night? Like, get over yourself. Fuck. I could be triggered by a word and be like, No, I fucking don't, because I'm white and I can't. Well,